everyone here to the Smash Port Show right here on Smash FM here on a Tuesday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to our friends over in Adelaide. Of course, it's exciting to interview, of course, the defending champions in the SANFLW competition. Of course, they're also riding a bit of a winning streak at the moment as well. Of course, they've got a big test this weekend against North Adelaide. Of course, they're on Saturday, which will be at ourselves. And, of course, we've got a very special guest joining us right now, of course. Her name's Tessa. She joins us right now. Thanks, Tessa, for joining us.
Hello, nice to see you all.
No worries. Well, tell us a bit about the start to the season so far through 5 rounds.
It's been a pretty good start. We've only lost 1 game. I've played all of the games except 1. I had a concussion. The team's looking really good. I'm really keen to see how it's going to turn out in finals. We are really on path and on track to where we want to be. And, yeah, I'm keen for this week's game and keen to see what's going to happen.
I guess last week you took on the bottom team, Woodville West Torrens, and won reasonably easily at the end. What sort of things did the team take out of that game going to this week's big game against North Adelaide?
I think we're going to take out not to underestimate any team. And I think we know that this week's game is going to be a hard one. North's always pretty physical and pretty competitive. They've got a pretty lengthy side as well. So they've got a lot of depth. So it'll be interesting to see how this week turns out. But obviously would love the win, but we'll see if we can get that.
At the moment, you're currently sitting in second or third on the ladder behind North Adelaide on percentage, and obviously trying to chase down Sturt, who's in first at the moment. I guess how's it been like this season trying to defend that premiership that you won last year?
I think it's been pretty good, but going into every game, I feel like every team is kind of trying to hunt us, and they're a bit more physical, a bit more competitive on the field when it comes to us because they're the underdogs and we're the ones on top. So they're trying to just keep up. So it's been really physical games lately, but it's been pretty good. But I think we're actually sitting second on the ladder, but we are just below Sturt percentage. So it'll be interesting to see how the season plays out. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far, but it's like we're being hunted almost.
The first game that you played, I think you played Norwood, in the first round, and smashed them. And obviously you had Brooke Trodden, who had 6 goals in the first round of the season. Obviously now she's playing with Adelaide at the moment, and I think she's actually back this week. So I guess how was it playing alongside Brooke, and especially on that very special night against Norwood?
This is my, 3rd year playing with Brooke, so it's been pretty good. Seeing her develop throughout the season has been amazing. Seeing her from getting drafted, coming back and playing with the Bays, her progression and skills and everything has really lifted, and it brings everyone up around her. So I love playing with Brooke because she just brings everyone up, and her skills are just next level elite. She's been in really good form this season, so I'm not sure who she's playing for, whether it's us or Crows, but always love having Chook back in the team.
The other player I want to have a chat with you about as well, who I think just had a debut game probably about 2-3 rounds ago now, which is Ella. Tell us a bit about her, and especially the way she's just gone from the development team to straight into the Premier, obviously the SANFLW team, and just absolutely going gangbusters in the senior team.
Was this Ella Bogue?
Yeah.
Ella Bogue has really actually surprised me. She's actually fitted into the team very, very well. She's doing really well this season. I would love to see how she goes in the state tournament and to see if she can get up there for the draft. She has a lot of potential, and I think she's very underrated, and she generally can go a long way with her footy if she really puts her heart to it. And I think she has really, she's got a really good attitude on and off the field. So I just love playing with her, and she's got really good skills. Her marking and her reading of the ball is elite. She runs from behind the play really well, gets those good handballs. So I'm keen to see how she goes through the rest of the season, and I hope she does really well.
Tess, tell us a bit about how you've performed yourself throughout the year.
I've had an okay season so far. Obviously, I would like a better season, but I think having my concussion and coming back from that has actually made me more hungry for the ball and more eager to get in there and play footy. I would like to do, I've got things to work on, but I just think if I can just work on my consistency from each week, then rather than having a good game or having a bad game, that would really lift my level of footy.
I know for a fact that you're still waiting on a couple of AFLW players to come back with the Crows whenever their season concludes. And I know that obviously the depth of your team is pretty damn good at the moment. I think it's going a fair bit down the list. So how important is that, especially as the success you are having without some of your AFLW players?
Yeah, look, always love getting the AFL girls back. They add really good value, and they're obviously really, really good when you've got Ebony Marinoff, Caitlin Gould, like Eloise Jones, the likes of those girls coming back to the team is obviously really good. I'm not sure what's going to go on this season, whether they'll get released or not. There's various rumours. They might not. I guess we'll have to see how it all plays out. But when you're playing when you're playing beside some of the best AFL girls, it's obviously really good. But in saying that, we've had girls train the whole entire season, and then when they come back, their spot just kind of gets taken. So it's a bit of a hit and miss, but I mean, you want your best side going into the grand final. So obviously they're very, very good to have in the team, or going into the finals, or just going into any game, you want your best side. So having them back is really good. And they're really good leaders on the field as well. So love having them.
Tell us a bit about your amazing coaches there.
My amazing coaches. We've got head coach Jason Farrell. He's pretty good. Obviously, he's a premiership coach. He's really strong in his development through the juniors. So he likes to, instead of taking people from other clubs, he likes to develop locally, which is good, developing local Glenelg players. And then we have Brados. We have actually a very big coaching group. We've got Brados, Lindsay, Richo, Ange and Carl, who are all our line coaches, and they also have a very impact at training, as well as Lockie, Jason's son. They're all very good coaches, and they really have an impact on our game and their commitment. They don't get paid, obviously, much to do what they do, but they commit a lot of hours. And yeah, we're all very grateful. Otherwise, if we didn't have coaches like them, we wouldn't be able to run our program.
And of course, on top of that, tell us a bit about your amazing captains that you had there.
So we've got Ellie Kellogg, who's our captain, and then we've got Chelsea Packer, Sam Franson, the other vice captains. They've been a really strong leadership group this year. Obviously, it's, I think, Ellie's second year of coaching the Bays, and she's doing pretty well. She leads the team pretty well on the field. She's a very vocal player, so it's always nice playing near her. You can always hear her near you. Sam Franson, probably the most positive person I've ever met. Love playing with her, and Chelsea Packer's been absolutely killing it in the forward line. So they're three vital players to have in our team, and they're just very good leaders, and they teach everyone around them how to lead and how to be positive, and they're just good displays of that.
Let's talk a bit about your footy journey. Where did it all start, and why did you choose it, Tess?
So I used to do cycling, and then I kind of just got, when I was about 17, 18, cycling was just becoming too much. So I started playing for Morphy Parks in the juniors and seniors. I started playing just for fun, and I was just filling in for my friend's team because they were short each week, so I was just filling in. And then I ended up playing every game. And then from my first season with them, I ended up getting picked up by Glenelg Footy Club. And this is my third year at Glenelg, and I absolutely love it. It's very one club culture. It's very fun, and the culture is just amazing. Like, the girls, we all get along so well. We've got our league and development team, and we all stay and watch each other's games. We'll have events together. It's just very good team bonding, and I feel like our culture is probably, well, I reckon it's the best out of SANFL, personally. But yeah, so this is my 3rd year at Bays, and I'm just loving footy, just playing footy for fun. And yeah, I've actually just signed with Wollonga out in the hills because of obviously the 8-game SANFL rule. You can't go back and play local league, but I can play in the country league, so I'm just signed with them. And I've got a few good girls out there, so I'll be keen to get back there post-season.
I know that, obviously, I think I know what your highlight in your footy journey is, which obviously winning the premiership last year for Glenelg in the SANFLW. And I wish I asked you to bring that premiership medal with you, unless you've got it with you there.
I'm moving house, so it's somewhere. Somewhere.
No, that's all right. Don't worry. So I have to ask you then, tell us about the grand final. How was it like after the siren, and how long did you wear your medal around your neck once you got it?
I don't think we took the medal off for about a week. Yeah, I think actually the moment that was most like inspiring for me was, I think it was 16 seconds into the in the grand final, and Jess Still kicks an amazing goal. And I think from that moment, we just had so much belief that we got a goal in 16 seconds. We're like, right, like we can do this. And I think that moment just kind of set us up for the whole entire game. And when the siren went, it was just tears everywhere, so much like happiness. Obviously, we had all the men's lead team run out on the oval cheering us on, which was good to get them there. But I think for a lot of the girls, we have a lot of junior players in the team, and winning at a premiership at 15, 16 years old, it's just like absolutely sensational. And it was just something they'd been in the making for so many years, and to see it finally all turn out and like, you know, work out how it was meant to work out, it was just amazing. And the celebrations were also really good.
Yes, I bet.
Yeah, but it was just something, we were just speechless, like just one of the best moments of my life, I would say, winning a SANFLW premiership, and I hope we can win 2.
Did you get a chance to hold the premiership cup and you know, even get a little kiss of the premiership cup at any stage?
Yeah, funny you say that. I actually did get a chance to, and I've got plenty of photos with the cup. But I actually got a big cut under my chin because the premiership cup got threw up, like it got not thrown, but like lifted up, and yeah, like split my chin open a bit. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Did hurt a lot, but it was all right because we won, so I took the pain.
You can tell me that story after the interview now. I'm really interested in that. So what does the sport of footy mean to you, and especially playing for Glenelg?
I think it means to me it's opportunities for females in sport. That's how I look at it. We've never had this opportunity, and I would have loved to have started footy when I was younger. Obviously, it just wasn't really there, the opportunity. And I think seeing the sport grow at the rate it is just so inspiring, knowing that women are actually getting recognised in the AFLW, and that people are actually starting to come to the games. People are starting to like want to watch, and so many young girls now are coming through the sport and want to play the sport. There's so many, and it's just, yeah, it's really inspiring to see the sport grow. So I hope, I'm coaching right now football, and I love coaching, and I hope that the sport can keep growing as the years go on, and hopefully the pay gap can also change.
You just put me a really good question I'm going to ask you based on that response. You mentioned about your coaching as well. What have you learned from coaching that you're now using in your playing journey so far? And I guess, and how you're juggling both?
So what I've just learned from coaching is, I feel like when I go out to football now, I'm a lot more positive and aware of everything around me that's occurring. It's opened my game up in regards to just seeing how things play out on the field, and from a coach's point of view, like handling, I handle some younger girls and handling like them in sport, and their emotions are all over the place. So I feel like going back to footy, it's kind of matured me and controlled my emotions on the field. So I'm not getting emotional if I'm having a bad game. I'm just being like, all right, let's go next week. There's always next week. So yeah, it's made me a more mindful and positive person, coaching such a good bunch of girls.
Do you have any future ambitions in the sport of footy?
Well, obviously everyone would like to get drafted. But I mean, if the opportunity arose, that would be fabulous. But I really just enjoy playing for Glenelg. I'm just really happy with where I'm at right now in my life with uni, footy and work, and I'm just loving it. So I'm not going to be, it's not the end all for me. I just love playing footy, and I just want to play footy at whatever level people think I'm capable of playing it at. So yeah, that's how I see it basically.
What will be your advice to people that should head down to, I think it's Cooper Stadium, I'm pretty sure your game is this Saturday. They're in Norwood, to support the mighty Glenelg, taking on North Adelaide, which I think it's the second of the doubleheader on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's at 1:40. The league team reserves is 3:40.
So what would be your advice for people that should get down and watch that game?
Come out, wear Glenelg Tigers colours. Come and support the girls. We would love to hear you cheering from the sideline, and go the Tigers.
So let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates there at Glenelg, which is, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season through 5 rounds, and what was it?
The most embarrassing moment? Oh, probably actually, I don't know if it's embarrassing, but Matilda Schultz, she got falcon, she got kicked, she got the ball kicked her in the face. I don't know if that's embarrassing. It wasn't really funny either, but there's a funny TikTok she's made of it. Yes. So that was funny.
Yes.
Yeah. Who else? I reckon that was the one that because I was standing beside her, that's the one I remember the most. No, that would definitely be the most embarrassing. Matilda getting face with the ball, and then she kind of like passes out after it.
Yeah, no, I remember watching that one, so I was hoping you were going to bring that up. So who's the comedian, the best singer, and who's into the TikToks?
Well, I'll start with the TikToks. Matilda Schultz, that's her again. She's a TikTok queen. Who's the comedian? Oh, probably Caitlin Swanson. She's pretty funny.
Yes.
Love having a good laugh with her. She's funny on and off the field. She always makes it fun on the field. Oh, God. I can tell you who's not the best singer, Sam Franson. She is not a good singer. But the best singer, I don't even know if we have any good singers. We've got some. Mira Gervin's an all right singer. She's not playing with us right now, but I've heard her sing before, and she's actually all right. But, the worst singer is probably Sam Franson. But I couldn't tell you the best singer. Too many girls are too shy to sing out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
It's funny you say that, because coming back from my concussion, so I've had 3 games back since my concussion, and we had I think it was an early Saturday morning game or something.
Correct.
And I was feeling very exhausted, and I don't drink energy drinks, but I had a Red Bull, and now I've had a Red Bull every single game before it. But so yeah, I feel like a Red Bull, but I do actually have Grace Duffy. This is kind of gross, but last season, on the first game that we won, I think it was an 8-game winning streak or something.
Correct.
She didn't wash her socks.
Oh no. So
she wore the whole entire socks to the grand final, because it was she had to do it. And then I think she's only just washed them recently. So she played a few games in this season. So
really?
I think when they lost a game, she washed them just to refresh them. But yeah, that's hers, and that one's one's pretty gross because she whipped them out of her bag and they smelt disgusting.
Oh.
So I reckon that's the worst one in our team.
Okay, I'll just make sure I stay away from your changing rooms when I come over there on Saturday. So I have to ask then, any good nicknames in the team?
Oh, we've got plenty of nicknames. We've got my nickname's TK. Okay. We've got Chook. I can't remember why it was Chook. It was Brooke Tonnen. I don't remember. Yes. There's a reason behind it, but I don't remember. We've got Jess Bates is BBB.
Yeah. Yeah, she's played that one.
We also called her one time. She kept winning our heart player, which is like the person who does like a very heart thing on the field, and it's the heart it's color orange. So we called her. I think it was Big Batesy Cheese Ball. So like. Or Cheese Ball Batesy or something because she kept wearing the orange shirt. That was last season. What else? I think that's probably the like one I can remember off the top of my head. But yeah, everyone just got their nicknames. But other than hers, I don't really. Oh, we've got. Yeah, no, I'd probably say that one is probably the best one.
So, does the team have a pump-up song?
Yes, we do. It's more for when we play Centrals, which is their mascot is a dog. We play the dog days are over. So the dog days is over is what we play before playing them, just to, say the dog days are over. But I'm actually the DJ for the girls. Ooh. So I would like to say, looking at our playlist, we love playing Veronica's Untouched before every game. That's a banger. And other than those two songs, it kind of just changes, but Veronica's Untouched is probably our most played song.
You mentioned about the DJ of the team. So do you also bring the speakers as well?
I bring my speaker, and then my coach, Jason, he brings his speaker, because mine's a Yui boom, so we can run around with it, where Jason's is a big box speaker, which is for the change room, and mine's for when we go outside. So, and just in case one of them goes flat or something, we've got a backup.
Now, I always ask this question when I have footy teams on the show. So, do you have a fine system which goes towards a footy trip? And if so, who's got the most fines so far in the first 5 rounds?
We actually do have a fine system. I'm actually running that at the moment. I would have to say, I've got the fines list here. I would have to say, going off the fines list, that, sorry, Matilda, but Matilda Schultz definitely has the most fines. And a lot of hers are for making TikToks in public places. We've got some for people. We've got some for a lot of fines is for people forgetting stuff. We've got Chelsea Packer. She tripped over when she was like lining up to go for goal. That was a pretty funny one. One of our coaches got a neck massage from the physio. He got a fine from that. And then the rest is just basically TikToks and people forgetting stuff. Oh, and one of our team managers, her phone rang during one of our meetings. Other than that, yeah, it's just forgetting stuff and for TikTok related stuff, basically.
One last one. Describe your team as many words as you like.
Caring, tough, confident, funny, rowdy, heart, and grow.
Nice. Love that.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I have to ask, do you have a play sponsor that you want to give them a shout out?
Yes, I do have a player sponsor. It is Brighton Real Estate. I've actually got a meeting coming up with them because I've only met them once. But yeah, it's Brighton Real Estate. That's my sponsor. So, thanks for sponsoring me.
Thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. I can't wait to come over to Adelaide to watch his play against North Adelaide. It's going to be an absolute ripper game between the previous two champions in the SANFLW, and hopefully it's going to be a ripping game out at Norwood, and hopefully it's the Tigers claiming the chocolates, and hopefully if all goes well this weekend, hopefully you can claim top spot off Sturt if they lose later on in the day.
That would be the plan. Yeah, I'll see you then, I guess. Thank you.
No worries. And that's Tess there, joins from the Glenelg Tigers SANFLW team, of course. We'll be out there at Cooper Stadium there in Norwood, of course, for the game between Glenelg and North Adelaide on Saturday. There's more on the Smash Sport Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.